we're finally starting to get answers about what really happened in Libya, and I have a feeling the White House isn't going to like it. Ex-CIA Director David Petraeus was on Capitol Hill today giving closed-door testimony on what he knows about the attack in Benghazi, and it doesn't exactly line up with the storyline the White House has been pushing. According to Congressman Peter King, who was inside the hearing, Petraeus said he, quote, knew almost immediately that it was an act of terrorism. Okay, so he admitted what we already knew. It wasn't some spontaneous attack over a dumb YouTube video. But here's the other thing. Back on September 14th, Petraeus gave a briefing to members of Congress on Benghazi. So 3 days later, he was pushing the spontaneous YouTube video attack line. If he knew right away this was a terrorist attack, then why did he change his story? Now, here's where it gets interesting. UN Ambassador Susan Rice made the media rounds just 2 days later. Petraeus also said that the CIA information given to Rice prior to her Sunday talk show blitz, where she blamed the attack on a YouTube video originally contained information that al-Qaeda-related groups were directly involved in what happened. So, who changed her talking points? Who made the decision not to call it a terrorist attack, even though the head of the CIA said it was? Now, according to Congressman King, Petraeus said the wording was changed by someone in the White House or someone close to the administration. Now, I want to ask all of these questions to our good friend Ed Klein, author of The Amateur. So, another scandal. You're pretty good at covering these things. You seem to know the right people. For the first reaction from Petraeus to Congress was this was the YouTube video. But originally what was handed to Rice to talk about was that it was a terrorist attack, or at least there was some al-Qaeda elements. Right. Now Petraeus is changing his story. This affair was known to the White House 4 months ago. Were they using this affair to say to General Petraeus, look, you got to do it our way or else?
Well, that's the suspicion that everybody in Washington has, that the White House knew about the general's affair with Paula, what's her name?
Broadwell?
Broadwell.
Yes.
What a name for her.
We're not calling her a broad. We're not using that word to our...
Broadwell.
Yes. Female audience.
And let the general know that they really wanted this attack on Benghazi to look like this spontaneous reaction to the Muslim video. We don't know this is true. This is a suspicion in Washington. A lot of my friends in Washington are really wondering, and I get this from my reporting, what is going on among, and this is where your viewers must be a little confused as we are, the CIA, the State Department, the Pentagon, and the White House. They all seem to be telling us different stories at different times. It's very confusing, and we have a Congress that's going on vacation for Thanksgiving, and we're not going to get answers for a long time.
Well, last time you were on, we spoke about Bill Clinton pushing Hillary to not take the fall. I got to wonder what his view of Petraeus' affair is. Like, is it a, right on, man, way to go? I mean, now that we know that Petraeus' original testimony may have not been the right thing, do you think Bill Clinton is right to say to Hillary, you should have never taken the fall here? I mean, you sent your emails. The CIA said this was not their timeline originally. The regional security officer asked for more security. This is obviously not Hillary Clinton's fault.
Here's what I know. I know that Bill Clinton is very eager to have Hillary testify that she, in fact, took all the necessary steps to beef up security in
So she crossed the T's, dotted the I's.
Now, if she goes on, if she actually testifies to that, she's saying that she took the right steps and beefed up security. That order wasn't carried out. Petraeus is saying he sent to the White House talking points saying this was an attack by al-Qaeda. That wasn't carried out. The White House is saying...
Let me just put a pause here. Wouldn't the CIA have advanced... Isn't that what they do? Central Intelligence Agency? Wouldn't they have some advanced knowledge?
Of course.
Even if they didn't have it, wouldn't Petraeus instinctively think, well, this is September 11th, Al-Qaeda's operating in this country, this might be something that we should address? I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to make sure we laid this all out.
You're absolutely correct. And let's remember that the three of the people who were killed there in the consulate were working for the CIA. So we have a CIA safe house in Benghazi. Our guys are killed. They had for months been telling Washington they needed increased security. Why wasn't that security there? This is a mess, and there are no simple answers to this. All we know is that there's been cover-up, there's been delay, there's been confusion. If this is an amateur time in the White House, I don't know what is.
Well, let's think about what Petraeus said, that he took the line, this was the YouTube video. I'm no military expert, if there's coordinated mortar fire on a target, that's not a spontaneous uprising. How could a military general with a straight face tell Congress that an event that occurred that led to the deaths of 4 Americans that involved mortar fire be spontaneous?
You know, I think we have to look at this from the point of view that everybody is covering his you-know-what. That's what they're doing. Petraeus is doing that. He comes out and says one thing one time. Several weeks later, he says something completely different. Hillary Clinton is going to say she did the right thing. Everybody's doing the right thing, except nobody did the right thing.